Hi folks, we have another World Cup game for you that is just about to start between Slovenia and Norway. It's Peter's game with Lenny Many-Faced God against Joacim Hagen playing Tyrell Knights of the Realm. And joining me is Saraaa, hello.
Hello. Hey, look at this setup. It's Tywin on the board already.
And the three characters that survived the crown on the other side. They started a
Yeah.
little bit too early, so we can't go over the decks, but we know that Peter plays basically some, let's call it an aggro deck with Clansman against a deck that plays one anti-reset plot, the crown, and the Harris as the reset. So this will be an important minigame because Peter has the Harris, which presumably is not going to do much, but then he has First Snow and Morgulis, so two plots that get rid of all of these non-uniques like Green Apple Knight, which can be incredibly powerful, and you can play an early tourney if you have them and just rush to victory.
Yeah. So we are now at 2-2, so we're even right now, and I think we have three matchups that are good and one that is kind of bad. So this one is one of the ones that I think is alright. And so I'm hoping that we can get this one. But of course now Peter opens with Vanquish, and you can't really marshal characters. So you would really like to see maybe a Lannister or something like that.
Keeps the
Nothing, but
gold. Okay.
I suppose enough gold to ambush some stuff.
So can play the Hound or Painted Dogs and has one gold for red keep, but yeah. I mean, if there's no stealth, Tywin on 11 against Wardens, which is an unusual opening plot, it will boost the strength of. Cancels the King's Road. Okay, so not much will be coming in now unless there's a bounty played.
Yeah, here.
So,
Keep the
if.
board small and try to get rid of as many as possible. But yeah, with this courtier on the board, I suppose it makes sense. But now if he has to play red vein straight, that's looking a bit bad for him.
Yeah, I'm not
You
going
can
to
put
marshal
another one in, yeah.
that much. None of these get the plus strength from the plot, so just Green Apple Knight, which means he's on 5, and then you have 4 more. So 9 against Tywin's 10. 10 at the moment, but if you want to use Painted Dogs, the question is, does Peter want to do basically a 2-claim military here or not?
Well, you need to then have something that's gonna come in and be a claim soak, because then you're losing. You can't use Painted Dogs on Tywin right now because there's no character in the death pile. Okay, so ambushes with milk snakes.
Why not do Tywin's challenge first and then use Milk Snakes for claim soak on the counter?
Yeah, I think that would be probably better.
Now it's possible to defend.
Yeah, that's well, there is a strong possibility that then he has well, I don't know, the one that comes in when you near the faction card.
Moon Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and whichever one of those two defend now, they don't get the strength boost from the agenda. Okay. Really hoping to see those Moon Brothers come in now. Yeah,
There
good,
we
good.
go. And that's now more than enough claim soak as well.
Well, now you kind of don't even need the claim soak because it's gonna be really hard to even win a military. One knight has to die, so the Green Apple Knight is gonna be on 2 and his ability is gonna be off. So unless you keep the courtier, in which case he's at 1. Okay.
Still
Well,
not.
do you now just let it go or try with the intrigue that's to claim?
Yeah, still it's not. Tywin is not I mean, the Moon Brothers is not strong enough to beat Green Apple Knight on the counter, so if he wants to protect his board, he has to pass, I think. But then he's losing the intrigue check. Oh no, he's not. Green Apple Knight will kneel, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he will stand with courtier, so he can do military and intrigue. You have to choose which one to defend, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. If there's, of course, no other tricks.
You could even choose to freely let those Moon Brothers die and have a clansman in your death pile for the agenda.
Yeah, or Milk Snakes in theory. It has stealth, for what that's worth.
Doing power challenge, so now Green Apple Knight is not going to stand. And I don't think there's much point defending power challenge since you don't have any power.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the cards in the deck. So nothing that really can be done for 0 gold to boost the strength into superior claim territory. This is slightly unusual. Now he can basically only pass. Could have done 2 challenge. Okay,
Yeah, I think going for
Tywin,
military in intrigue would be better.
Giving Tywin some renown on defense, but you're getting 1 challenge through. Okay, so the early aggro was alright, but now more of the econ setup, and I think Joacim can play the Maiden here, for instance, with 8 gold. He will get the 3 cards, as he usually does. And March is in the deck.
I don't think, is there any knights in this deck? I don't think so.
Yes, the Hound is not a knight.
The Hound is not the knight.
And Podrick not a knight either. Okay, so maybe not.
Oh, okay, he goes for Crown already. That's really good for us, I think.
Well, unless he has Bounty and is going to marshal 4 knights here.
Well, even if he does, I think it's not too bad. You now have these knights, and then the next round it can be first snow, and just everyone is going to be scooped up. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe now Tyrion's coming, which is not great for the Harris, but good to put on early pressure. Oh, these guys. That's even better, I think, with the Intimidate. Now going second is going to be...
keeps 8 gold.
No, he keeps 8 gold.
So Peter is said that he is now starting to measure gold in terms of how many painted dogs he can ambush. So that's 2 painted dogs worth of gold he has.
Yeah, and 2 gold left over, or 1 gold left over.
No, it's because of the agenda. So that one is for the red keep. Cancel, sure.
For the red keep, pretty good.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's really decent start.
Has not been able to play the Maiden though, and Lord Renly's Ride I saw in one of the previous games was pretty decent. Actually, not in the World Cup. I saw him playing this deck just casually the other day, and Lord Renly's Ride going first was interesting.
Yeah, now actually he's in a bit of a awkward situation with the Crown, because now he has to claim either the big military former champion, or he has to claim Bryce, but yeah, I don't see if he can be defending, really.
Well, at the moment, so it's 11, 15, 17 on defense, and there is a growing strong, and Lord Renizide is a bit weak. Okay, so going to intimidate on the power challenge. There is some sense in that.
Yeah, I would rather start past Bryce, because this courtier is just going to stand them. And with Lord Renizide can he win, so it would put him to 7, so not enough to... Okay, not enough to win, but enough to potentially stand. He may not get anything intimidated.
Yeah, I
but
think there's no triggers on the board really, so I think you may as well cancel the courtier with the red keep then.
probably. Okay, not pay the dogs, but it's still a decent one. Yeah, the only thing that is a bit awkward now is everything is going to be staying on the board, so if the Harris is played, it's not super great.
Well, at the moment, we might see the Iron Bank will have its due as well. That's 2 copies in Peter's deck.
Oh yeah.
I think if military is initiated, he might consider killing the Halfman's Horde. I mean, it's great in play, but it's not the worst in the death pile either.
Yeah,
Especially
that's true, yeah.
since the Harris is a possibility. Yeah.
And 2 cards gone, so too bad that the agent is going to keep refilling his hand. Tyrell is a good hit. Oh, and superior claim. Oh, he actually chose to discard Garland. Well, it's interesting, he's one of the ones that survives first snow.
Okay, Tywin alone. Now, Growing Strong can just about win against Tywin.
Yeah, but honestly, it wouldn't be too bad to spend it now. And also, I think if you do have Iron Bank will have its due, like you mentioned, that would actually give you a strength boost on Tywin.
Mm-hmm.
Can Growing Strong actually win? Because
Yeah, it would be
oh
plus
yeah,
plus
he's
2
not
on
here.
Bryce.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so he's misclicked this a little bit. Or has he?
Okay.
Oh, he's going to claim the courtier maybe.
Well, he can't because of the crown.
Oh, of course. Why not defend this? Is he hoping to strike back and achieve anything great here?
Well,
I mean, he has a decent Harry still if he keeps 3 characters, but
he's right now winning power as well, so that's
I mean, first now is a
something at
disaster.
least. And an unopposed military. Oh no, he doesn't have stealth. Why did I think that he has stealth?
Yeah, Peter is probably happy now to get a clansman there. Does he want the one with stealth actually? Yeah, he does. Could have moved the gold actually, just in case there's another milk snakes at some point. And is the last card superior claim? No. So result wise or score wise, Joacim doing okay here, and he has a good board, but he's spent the crown. That's the problem. And first now is just a terrible plot now. Even into the hair is just going to keep Tywin and Gunther, right? Or Tywin and Moon Brothers. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, this should have been the crown, right?
Yeah, this looks really bad. I think the crown was a bit too early.
Oh,
Well,
the
a lot too
icons.
early. Yeah, and now you have stealth in the death pile as well as icons for the ones coming in, which is going to be Gunther can come back in, right?
Yeah, Moon Brothers will surely come in during a challenge, then gain the icon, the
Well,
power icon
the
or
thing
whatever.
is, It depends on what you want to do. Maybe you would want to use the agenda instead of Moon Brothers, but depends on the situation, I suppose.
Oh yeah, of course you have to kneel the faction card. The problem is this is not into the Harris now, so the cards now are actually back in hand for first snow and can be replayed. Otherwise we were guessing a bit if Peter still has anything. And Joacim here marshals Rose Garden, doesn't use it on the marketplace actually, so he's 1 gold short, which I assume is not going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean there's no...
Does he have any ambush?
Yes, he has quasi ambush in High Tower Knight, which at the moment doesn't work. And that's it. So this is going to suck this round for him. Then actually he's down to 0 knights, so he will draw 2 for the following round. But he has them in hand now, so he can repopulate. But it will be... the score will be much different then. And loses a green apple knight.
Yeah, has to discard something as well, and now Peter still has Intrigue Challenge. And do we know any other cards that he has in hand that could come in? Ah. That's good protection against the Harris, actually.
Okay, so he's going to do Intrigue with this guy, Power with Tywin, and Win Dominance from that, right?
Yeah,
So
for
even
sure.
1 more gold for Joacim wouldn't have mattered. And Lord
Yeah, and there
Ren is
goes
right.
Lord Renner is right.
It was a decent card, especially with Bryce. Well, Bryce is only 3, so... Now is Peter going to have to play plots he doesn't like now at this point? He has Close Call, then he has March, Duharis and Morgulis, so those kind of suck.
Well, March is not that problematic, right? You can go first and march this Birdman. But yeah, Morgulis and Harris is not gonna be great unless you find the dupes soon. But yeah, he's on 10. I think he can close probably in the next round or 2. This is maybe not something that you want either, yeah.
Okay, it's going to do Harris first, then get some, presumably get some March protection, then March next round, and then the game should be over. And if it's not, I mean, Morgulis will kill everything on Joachim's side either. We saw some non-uniques that went back to hand. Bryce is dead now. This guy's back, so yeah. I mean, this is really unplayable at this point for Tyrell. Can't he swarm a little bit to give himself more time? He still has the Harris, right?
Yeah, but only 4 cards in hand, so...
Yeah, and honestly nothing to do Harris away, because if military is successful, then Hoffman's score is going in the dead pile, and Gunther is
Not
there.
sure if it was necessary to cancel this Rose Garden with the Red Keep, I think. Could keep it, but...
Yeah, Courtier is a better one to cancel, although now
yeah.
the marketplace is getting assaulted anyway. Is it over this round? Power Claim and Unopposed Intrigue and Tywin's Renown? Not quite, just from that, we need a bit more.
Maybe we can get another unopposed. There's stealth in the death pile, so... that's something to consider. 1 intimidate and 1 stealth should be enough.
Although maybe start with... oh, he couldn't really start with military. Well, he could with
Yeah, I think
Halfman's Horde, I guess, but then you would need another character in there.
so. I think it's alright. One is getting intimidated, but yeah, I don't think you can get stealth on military. That's fair. Unless he now has painted dogs, that's going to stand the one.
Well, I can tell you that I was not as optimistic as you were for this matchup, but apparently that yeah, Crown was a bit panicky early on. Could have solved some problems if it was timed exactly perfectly into the first snow, but yeah, that's difficult to do. I mean, if first snow is countered, then still there's Morghulis for all the non-uniques, and yeah, just clear them away that way.
Yeah, and right now you're actually winning dominance as well, and you can oppose this one and claim him. Or do you maybe want to claim the army to have it in the death pile, because next round is probably going to be the Harris now?
Yeah, I would claim the army. I mean, depends what he has in
Yeah.
hand. If he has another one, then obviously no, but yeah. 14-3, and March wins initiative, so
Yeah, and you can easily merge these Moon Brothers. Keep the other two.
Tywin on setup.
Every time.
And no march to the wall. He was obsessing about this before the tournament, right? Open deck lists, I'm gonna set up Tywin every time there's no march to the wall. And look,
Yeah.
it's worked.
Ah,
It doesn't win
well.
initiative, sorry. So, but there's no Morghulis now. No, the
No, the
Harris, sorry.
Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was assuming he would try the Harris, but okay. Makes sense now with the army gone. You don't need the Harris, but
Well, he's going to have a lot of cards and the econ to support them. So let's spam things in to play and then play Lord Renly's Ride. And then maybe there's a game. But the first challenge, if it's defended by Tywin, is just game over.
yeah. Okay, this one could be have a big strength boost with it. Oh, but actually now Courtier is in the dead pile, so Lord Renly's side is not that good.
Well, surely something else is coming. Okay. Well, first priority would be, I guess, to get to claim power, and then maybe there's still a game. But at the moment, Tywin is, if no gold is spent, Tywin is just winning. Just for good measure. Bit of Castamere.
Well, that's not great to have only those two cards left in hand. Depending on what they are, it could be a bit better.
Okay, so it's to claim military as well. So at the moment, Tywin and Gunther can defend themselves. Oof, okay. He doesn't have a strength boost, it seems.
Well, he doesn't have any gold, so he has 15 and 16 on the defense.
Yeah, but imagine if they got killed, and then you could... Okay, you need to have another
His
icon too.
bodyguard.
Yeah, of course, yeah. was thinking they get killed, then maybe to claim military, and then Peter would have to Murgulis and see what happens in the remainder of the game. But yeah, Time is going to grab the Renown defense. I assume he has something in hand still, right, for the 7 gold.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah. And that's it. So that's 3-2 in our favor now, and I still have 2 games left, which I could win. If I lose both of them and we lose from here, I'm going to cry, but let's hope for the best.
I think you have at least one that's... Well, I think both are a bit more in your favor, in my opinion. But maybe I'm playing the decks badly in testing their decks.
We'll see. I don't have the best of records against the Norwegians recently, so hoping for better this time. Okay, so it's...
Yeah, and I think the Martel game was quite rough in testing, so that one I don't have high hopes for. But yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, this is... it is difficult to read now because people are playing different numbers of games, but it is 3-2, and the matchups that are still remaining are... so this was the game that we just won, so we still have my games against Leo and Magnus, and then Katja's playing against Johan. So yeah, still either team could win, but we have a slight advantage at this point, so hoping for a draw at least, but maybe chance for something even better. But if we lose,
Yeah.
I will cry for sure.
Good.
Okay, so next
Okay.
game coming up in a couple of hours, so thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.